Cheating is one of the most painful experiences anyone can face in a relationship. While each situation is unique, the reasons and justifications people give can often follow predictable patterns. However, some explanations stand out as deeply unusual or downright strange. Today, we're going to explore those uncommon and weird statements that a woman might say if she's caught cheating. These are the kind of responses that make you pause, raise an eyebrow, and question the thought process behind them. Our focus here isn't on judgment, but understanding the complexity of human behavior, and perhaps to prepare you for the unexpected. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you more content that delves into the complexities of relationships and human behavior. Our first point is, I did it to test my feelings for you. This statement is not just uncommon, it's paradoxical. The idea of testing one's love by betraying the person they care about is baffling. Yet some people justify their actions by claiming they needed to know if their partner was truly the one. This approach, however, often backfires, causing immense pain and confusion. Instead of reinforcing love, it introduces doubt and mistrust. Imagine hearing this and trying to process the logic. It's as though the act of infidelity is framed as an experiment, one that disregards the emotional consequences. The second unusual statement is, it's your fault for being too perfect. On the surface, this might sound like a compliment, but it's anything but. Blaming perfection for infidelity creates a strange dynamic. It suggests that the cheater felt overshadowed or unworthy and acted out as a result. This statement reveals more about the speaker's insecurities than anything else. It's an attempt to shift the blame away from themselves while disguising it as admiration. The irony here is palpable. How can perfection drive someone to betray? If you're finding these insights fascinating, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We're just getting started, and there's so much more to unpack. Moving on to our third point. I thought it would bring us closer together. This justification is as confusing as it is uncommon. How does breaking trust strengthen a relationship? The logic here might stem from the idea that facing adversity can build bonds. But intentionally creating a problem, especially one as serious as infidelity, is counterintuitive. Hearing this would leave anyone questioning whether the relationship was ever built on genuine understanding. Next, let's discuss. I wanted to see if I could still attract someone else. This statement is rooted in personal insecurity and a need for external validation. It's rare to hear someone openly admit that their actions were driven by a desire to boost their ego. Yet, this honesty, strange as it is, sheds light on the internal struggles some people face. Instead of addressing these insecurities within the relationship, they seek affirmation elsewhere, often causing irreparable damage. Another uncommon response is, it didn't mean anything. I just wanted to feel alive. This statement dives into existential territory. The speaker isn't justifying their actions with typical reasons like unhappiness or conflict. Instead, they're framing infidelity as a way to cope with a deeper sense of emptiness. It's an unusual and deeply personal justification that suggests the act was more about their internal turmoil than the relationship itself. While it doesn't excuse the betrayal, it's a glimpse into the complexities of human emotion. If you haven't already, now's a great time to subscribe. By doing so, you'll never miss our deep dives into topics like this. Our next point is, I did it as a form of self-discovery. This statement turns infidelity into a journey of personal growth, which is both unusual and selfish. The idea that cheating is a tool for self-exploration disregards the impact it has on the other person. It's an attempt to frame the act as something meaningful and transformative, but it ultimately reflects a lack of consideration for the partner's feelings. It's the kind of reasoning that's hard to fathom. How can one's personal growth come at such a high cost? Let's move to, I was bored, and it just happened. Boredom is a strange justification for betrayal. It's one thing to acknowledge dissatisfaction in a relationship, but to act on it without addressing the root cause is unusual. This statement also implies a lack of impulse control, as though the act of cheating was a spontaneous decision rather than a calculated one. It's a stark reminder of how unaddressed issues can manifest in destructive ways. Another bizarre explanation: I was trying to make you jealous. This statement suggests that the act of cheating wasn't about the other person at all, but was instead a tool for manipulation. The idea of intentionally causing pain to provoke a reaction is deeply uncommon and unsettling. It speaks to a level of emotional immaturity that prioritizes short-term attention over long-term trust. For many, hearing this would be both hurtful and baffling. It was a way to spice things up in my life. Here's another strange one. This justification suggests that the individual viewed the act of cheating not as betrayal, but as a way to inject excitement or adventure into their life. It's deeply unusual because it shifts the focus away from the relationship and places it on personal thrill-seeking. This kind of reasoning reveals a lack of commitment and respect for the relationship's boundaries. I wanted to hurt you because you hurt me. Revenge cheating, while not unheard of, is still a strange and destructive way to address relationship issues. This statement exposes the tit-for-tat mentality, where the cheater seeks to balance perceived wrongs with their own act of betrayal. It's uncommon because it openly admits that the cheating was premeditated and intended to inflict emotional pain. In relationships, honesty and communication are key. When faced with betrayal, it's natural to seek explanations, but some of the justifications we've discussed today challenge conventional thinking. These uncommon and weird statements reveal just how complex and unpredictable human behavior can be. While they may not provide comfort, they offer insight into the myriad ways people rationalize their actions. If nothing else, they serve as a reminder that every relationship is unique, and understanding each other's perspectives is crucial, even in the face of hardship. If you found this discussion eye-opening, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue to explore thought-provoking topics like this.